So this is a pairing of two artists who didn't influence each other, didn't really know each other well, but they were both Eastern European immigrants who came to the United States and both decided to become abstract artists right at the height of the Great Depression. So they had tremendous obstacles against them because America didn't accept abstract art at that time, so even just wanting to make that type of art, let alone being an artist and being a woman in New York, and they both divorced their husbands, so they just set off on these intrepid paths of creativity that shares this amazing parallel with each other. They're just speaking to each other beautifully. Louise Nevelson didn't become famous until she was nearly 60, and she started making these walls. That's what her work shifted to, and that's when she really got discovered after decades of hard work. And the first time I ever saw one of these walls, I just immediately got it. And I was a Renaissance major at the time. It didn't make sense. I shouldn't have understood what this assemblage was that was painted all one color, but I find these haunting. They are about, you know, all of these buildings torn down to the ground. She just scavenged these pieces, she put them together, and its relationship, its gentle relationship to abstraction, to cubism, to everyday life, to mystery, all of these things are in this beautiful piece.
I'm Marie Nevelson, and I am the granddaughter of Louise Nevelson, and I represent the Louise Nevelson Foundation, which I established in 2005. And I'm just happy to participate in this particular exhibition because of the clothes. The first time clothes have been included in my grandmother's exhibits. Clothes have certainly been part of who she was as a person, as a woman, and as an artist. And this was always fun because of that black tulle, and it's so ruffled and elegant and ladylike, and my grandmother with the wood and everything, you know, didn't always seem ladylike in conventional terms. So this was the altar, and having all those little colored dots was just visually exciting to me. So I really appreciated this one. This one right here. Oh, and that one, but not that one. This one. So this one is a Chinese embroidered vest, probably from the late 1800s. And my grandmother had also long sleeve robes like that. And it was appealed to her probably because they're beautiful, elegant, and regal. She was fascinated with royalty, but not in the sense of I'm better than you, I'm more important than you. It just made her feel awesome and fabulous.
Hi, I'm Marie Mulhearn Sayer from the Slobodkina Foundation. I'm here at the Arkansas Museum of Fine Arts to enjoy this fabulous Architects of Being, which features two women, Esphyr Slobodkina, who I lived and worked with for many years, and Louise Nevelson. I'm here to talk about these particular pieces because it's got an interesting history. This particular piece, which this is a typical way Esphyr would work, she would find something of interest. She was fascinated with geometry, absolutely fascinated with anything mechanical, architectural. So she found a photograph, and we later found out this is a very famous telescope. She would do a sketch, and then she would enhance that sketch and truthfully just draw it out on paper and draw in the lines really hard, and then put it on the back of a painting, or a canvas or a piece of gesso, and rub on it until these marks were left on the gessoed work. And when she found something she really liked, she would enlarge it, and now we have this 48 piece. The interesting thing about Esphyr is that she'd often change her mind along the way about the titles of these works. It ended up being Journey into Future, but at some point we have works that are called Composition and a few other things that they're all the same variations of the theme, but she changed the name.
Esphyr Slobodkina wanted to be an architect. She took mechanical drawing in school when she was in high school, and she did eventually design a home for herself and another for her sister around this time, actually. So I love when you look at this painting, you see hinges, ladders, a weighted plumb bob for architects. This was an old tool that they used. She is adding the color note to Nevelson's monochrome, even though they're doing these wonderful things with floating forms together. They're having this great dance together. They're giving each other their own space, but they're also doing a little tango together, I think.